2014's weekly wrap-up, and now really getting close to getting this advanced voice course finished up. Just released the techniques for melodic variations. That's a whole bunch of little ways of starting to incorporate things to the melody line so you can be really creative with it. When you look at them one by one, they're all super simple to do, but when you add one little here and one little part there, it's kind of like seasoning too. You don't want to do too much of this. But when you start adding these little embellishments to your melody line, it's an endless flow of creating something new with the melody line. And that's really what singing and music is all about anyway, is you take a song and you put your own stylistic stamp on it. And these techniques here at this point in time in the advanced voice course are for that exact reason, to give you different ways of bringing things into your melody line to make it more creative. Anyway, that's what step 64 is in the advanced voice course. I'm getting very close to getting that all wrapped up. We still have the harmony course, and just started the My Girl Harmony Packet with Tony Lindsay, singer of Santana, being the singer on that one, and have some more surprises coming up for you soon, because I have some more great singers coming up, and there'll be some more interviews and things for you to check out as well. So all of that is what's going on over here at totallyvocals.com. And for today's musical tip, I thought I'd talk a little bit about choosing the right key for a song that you're singing. Now, it's an interesting topic, really, because it has a lot to do with the genre of music that you're singing. Interestingly enough, for example, if you're singing jazz tunes and jazz standards, probably the most common keys that if you look in the fake books that the songs are written on are the key of C, F, B flat, E flat, and A flat. And since most of the songs are written in those keys, the instrumentalists get used to playing in those particular keys. Now, when you're a horn player, you actually have to transpose. For instance, if the piano player and the guitarist are playing in a particular key, and a tenor player or a trumpet player is playing the song to that key, they're actually playing in a different key. So for example, if you were playing in the key of G, if the band was playing in the key of G, the tenor player and the trumpet player would be playing in the key of A. They have to move it up a whole step. Now, without getting way into the whys of all of those things, it just comes down to different instruments, and instrumentalists have to transpose their instrument to the original key. Now again, the way the instrumentalists talk about it is they refer to what they're doing here as concert pitch. So the piano player, the guitarist, all the chordal players, they're in concert pitch. I'll pick another key. If the orchestra was in the key of C, for example, well, then the tenor player and the trumpet player would be in D. They'd have to think up a whole step. The alto saxophone player would be in the key of E flat, hence why they call it E flat alto. And again, you as a singer, I know that this isn't, the part that I'm talking about right here isn't necessarily all that interesting to you, because you don't have to transpose, you're a singer. So what do you have to do? Well, you would be smart to understand what I'm telling you right now if you're singing jazz standards. We're going to talk about blues and some other styles here in a second. But the reason why is because if you pick the right key for the instrumentalist to play in, you're going to get a better result for them to back you up, because they're going to be playing in keys that they're comfortable in. If you start asking them to play in keys that they're not comfortable in, if they're great musicians, they should be able to do it, in all honesty. But you're going to get a better result quite often if you pick a key. Even the great players, they'd rather play in the keys that they can do more fun things in. And so it's always good to sort of understand the other instruments as a vocalist when it comes to picking your keys. Now, as I was saying, the keys of C, F, B flat, E flat, and A flat are good choices for jazz standards. And a key like A is not the greatest choice to do, because it will put the horns in the key of B, which is 5 sharps, and it gives them a little more difficulty. Interestingly enough, if we just switch the genre a little bit here and talk about blues, well, hey, the key of E and the key of A are 2 of the biggest keys that happen in blues. So harmonica players and even saxophone players and trumpet players, they do have to get used to playing in those keys if they're blues players, because those keys are always being called. Again, understanding the style of music that you're involved in and the keys that are called most often. Now, the reason why the key of A and E are called more often in blues is because there's a lot of fun things that can happen on guitars, and the blues guitar players like to play in those keys because they can do things sort of naturally out of their guitar easier than some other keys. Again, if they're great guitarists, it really doesn't matter. But still, there are things that you can do in the key of A and the key of E on the guitar that sort of fit to the open strings and fun things to do. So again, if you're singing blues, you might need to understand that a little more. Now, another style, of course, is musical theater. And you know what? If you're in a musical theater, you're probably just going to be stuck singing in the keys that all the arrangements have been written for. If you're in Hairspray or Bye Bye Birdie or Once Upon an Island or whatever the production, Les Mis, on and on and on, Phantom of the Opera, you're more or less going to be having to sing in the keys that were written originally. And if you can't do that, you probably won't get the role. Unless you're really, really famous. Now, if you're really, really famous and they want a star, quote, to be in their musical production, well, then they'll change things, or they'll get an arranger and they'll write in special keys for you and change the keys. And if you're just in high school and you're in a local music production, you're probably, again, going to be stuck singing in the keys that are already there for you. Unless the director can somehow transpose or write out the keys for a different key for more comfort for your voice. But basically, when we're talking musical theater, yeah, you have to sing in the keys of the production. Now, if you're a rock singer or a contemporary pop singer or a hip hop singer, in those styles of music, it's not as hard to change the keys. If you're with a band, just ask them to drop the key a half a step or a whole step. And again, most of the time you'll have no problem having them do that for you, unless, again, sometimes guitar players gripe a little bit because it takes away some of their cool guitar things that they can do. But it's a team effort, and I say to the guitar players, always go with your singer. Whatever the most comfortable key for your singer, back them up that way. And then you as a singer, don't, work with them too. If it's not that big of a deal to keep it in the key that's the best for the guitar player, then, why not? Let them be able to do what it is that they want to do. Now, to really talk about how to pick a key for you as a vocalist, it's all about your range and air pressure of where the notes fall. Now, I'm always explaining to people about being singers, about the air pressure and singing through the bridges and the breaks and your chest voice and your mix and your head. Well, if you start to truly understand how to sing through the 3 registers, the other thing that you want to be able to do is to take a melody line and start it in different places. And it doesn't matter what the melody line is. Whatever the melody line is, you learn it, and you can start to vocalize it in different places. So if I take just the first line or so of the Star-Spangled Banner. Now, we all know that if you are going to sing the Star-Spangled Banner, that it's a song that has range, and there's a certain part of the song that goes higher. So if you start the song too high, then when you get to that part, you're kind of in trouble. So people always work on finding the right place to start this. But I'm just going to take the first line here. Oh, say, can you see? Now, I could start it there. And if I start it there, I'm basically starting, oh, I'm down in chest. Oh, say, can you see? When I get to C, I'm just starting to get into mix there. That's if I start it there. If I start it here, oh, 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 say, can you see? Now I'm definitely in mix on the word C. Oh, if I started here, oh, say, can you see? Oh, oh, say, can you see? Now, as I move that around, I feel where the air pressures are that's another way to really decide what key you as a singer would be most comfortable in. Find where you're comfortable. Now this song really I wouldn't start it that high. I would start it for myself somewhere down here in chest. Oh, oh, say. Nah, too low. Oh, oh, say, can you see? Still maybe a little bit. Oh, oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? That would probably be about where I would start it. Now, I do that and not even try to think about the instrument until I really feel the comfort of the melody line. In other words, I don't even prejudice myself by playing something on an instrument and starting to sing in that key. Find the most comfortable key for your voice and where it really is the easiest way to sing with the best quality. And that gives you your way of truly finding with your body what the best key is for you to sing in. But you do have to take into consideration, like I said, when you're singing with different bands and different groups, the keys that they're most comfortable in, and then see if you can do this and find how this matches up to one of those keys as the most comfortable. So there's your musical tip of the week. And again, if you're on YouTube watching this, you won't have full access to our site, but you can still come over and you can get some free stuff. You can get 10 free lessons to get you started on your road towards becoming a better vocalist. You can run around the site and look at all the free previews and check that out to learn more about the different courses that are being listed where you're looking. And you can also check out the forum. The forum is a place where our members post videos of themselves performing, also write and ask questions. And so you can always look at the forum and see, go back through it and see all the different things that have happened here on the site with various students and their performances as well. And as far as courses are concerned, there's a beginning, intermediate, and an advanced voice course. There's a course that teaches vibrato. There's an ear training course. There's a harmony singing course. There are many, many songs in all kinds of different styles for both male and female singers, broken down into lessons to teach you how to sing these songs the way these great singers are. And all of those things are those steps towards giving you more ideas for yourself to better your quality as a vocalist. So if you're into singing, please come on over to totallyvocals.com. Check us out.